inspired by Satan, he had to find someone to instigate, to stir up, to set off action, to act in a violent way. Guess what? He found that in Herod, King Herod, who was who had every child in Bethlehem killed from the age of 2 and under. I'm trying to rush. I got to stop that. Nothing could get past God because God knows everything. God knows everything. No matter what you do, God knows it. And he protected the Christ child. Satan's attempt on baby Jesus failed. He thought he had him this time, but God had a plan. Satan's second attempt on Jesus' life was to tempt Jesus to sin so that he would not have to pay the penalty of death for his sins in the lake of fire. The devil didn't want to go there, and neither should we. If the devil don't want to go there, there's no reason why we ought to try to go there. We don't need to be trying to be in sin. Let's think about where he's going. If he's going, he don't want to go to hell. So why should we go? After Jesus was baptized, he was led by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by Satan for 40 days and 40 nights. This temptation took place in 3 different locations: a mountain, the temple in Jerusalem, in the wilderness. The purpose of this temptation was not to see if Jesus would sin, but to prove that he could not sin, no matter what, because only a holy, sinless man could be our Redeemer. Jesus met the temptation by using God's word. We can find that in Matthew 4, 1 to 11 and Luke 4, 1 to 13. He thought they had him this time, but God had a plan. When Jesus said, "Today the scriptures is fulfilled in your hearing," Jesus was saying in the clearest possible manner that he was the Messiah. In short, he came to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord. Then he sat down. All that was listening to him said, "Is this not Joseph? It's just not Joseph's son." They were dumbstruck of what he said. They could not accept that. They were angry enough to try to force him out of the city, intending to throw him over the cliff. Then passing through the midst of them, he went his way. Jesus walked through the crowd and left the city. Look, Jesus, he was half man, half God, but he wasn't dumb. He wasn't going to be sitting around and let them throw him off the... So he got invisible a little bit and just walked through the crowd. No doubt this was too instigated by Satan as another attempt to destroy the royal heir. Luke 4, 16 through 30. It was not his time to die. His betrayal, his suffering, his crucifixion and resurrection, it had to happen just that way. They thought they had him, I keep saying bound or white. He thought they had him this time, but God had a plan. The Pharisees had many reasons for hating Jesus and wanting him dead. They saw Jesus as a challenge to their authority in the synagogue. They hated Jesus because he claimed to be God, in fact, equal with God himself. The Pharisees saw Jesus as a blasphemy, lawbreaker, a false prophet who compromised his integrity as a man of God by eating and drinking with the ungodly. They accused him of sorcery. They accused him of sorcery. Can you believe that? Which was punishable by death under the law of Moses,